In this video, we are going to discuss another problem in transformed network using mesh analysis. Here, the problem is draw the transformed equivalent circuit of the circuit shown below. Also, determine the current in loop assuming zero initial conditions. In this problem, initially the switch was in open condition. So let's take zero initial conditions. So first step in this problem is to draw the transformed network corresponding to this network. So before drawing this transformed network, let us refresh the transformed form of inductance with and without initial condition. If initial current is there in inductor, the equivalent circuit in S domain is like this. If initial current is not there, in S domain, this voltage source, that is L into I0, won't be available. Equivalent circuit contains only inductance Ls. So considering all these things, transformed equivalent circuit corresponding to this network can be drawn like this at t greater than 0. This 50 volt become 50 by S, and this 5 ohm resistor become 5 itself, and this 1 Henry become 1 into S, that is S, and these two 5 ohm become 5 itself, and this 1 Henry is S itself. So this is the transformed network corresponding to this network. As seen here, there are two meshes. Let mesh 1 current be I1 of S and mesh 2 current be I2 of S. For mesh 1, if we are applying KVL over here, the loop equation become 50 by S minus 5 into I1 of S minus S into I1 of S minus 5 into I1 of S minus I2 of S is equal to 0. Rearranging coefficient of I1 of S and I2 of S, the equation can be represented in this way. That is 10 plus S into I1 of S minus 5 into I2 of S is equal to 50 by S. Let it be equation number 1. Similar way, when we are applying KVL at mesh 2, the equation can be obtained as S into I2 of S plus 5 into I2 of S plus 5 into I2 of S minus I1 of S is equal to 0, like this. Rearranging the coefficient, we can write down this equation as minus 5 into I1 of S plus 10 plus S into I2 of S is equal to 0. Let it be equation number 2. These two equations can be expressed in matrix form like this. Here, this matrix equation is in the form AX is equal to B, where A is this matrix and B is this matrix. This A matrix is impedance matrix and B matrix is source matrix. Now, by utilizing Cramer's rule, we can solve I1 of S and I2 of S. After getting I1 of S and I2 of S, we can take Laplace inverse of I1 of S and I2 of S in order to find I1 of t and I2 of t. Let's see that procedure. Using Cramer's rule, I1 of S can be obtained by the relation delta 1 by delta, where delta 1 is determinant of a matrix, this matrix, which is obtained from A matrix by replacing its first column entries with the B matrix, and delta is determinant of this impedance matrix itself. So this is delta 1 and this is delta 2. After solving this one, we can obtain I1 of S as 50 into S plus 10 all divided by S into S plus 15 into S plus 5. This can be solved using partial fraction expansion. That is I1 of S which is equal to 50 into s plus 10 upon s into s plus 15 into s plus y, which is equal to a divided by s plus b upon s plus 15 plus c upon s plus 5. Here, a can be obtained by multiplying this equation, that is, this equation with s and equating s is equal to 0 in that expression. After solving, we can obtain a as 20 by 3. Similar way, we can obtain b by multiplying this equation with s plus 15 and equating s is equal to minus 15. After solving, we can obtain b as minus 5 by 3. Similar way, we can obtain c by multiplying this equation with s plus 5 and equating s is equal to minus 5 in that equation. After solving, we can obtain c as minus 5. Now we can substitute the value of a, b and c in this expression in order to obtain the solution of I1 of s. I1 of s can be obtained as 20 by 3 upon s minus 5 by 3 upon s plus 15 minus 5 upon s plus 5. Now we can easily find out L inverse in order to find out I1 of t. After finding out L inverse of this equation, we can obtain I1 of t as 20 by 3 minus 5 by 3 into e raised to minus 15t minus 5 into e raised to minus 5t, that much ampere. Similar way, we can obtain I2 of s as delta 2 by delta, where delta 2 is determinant of a matrix which is obtained from A matrix by replacing its second column entries with B matrix, and delta is determinant of A matrix. After solving, we can obtain I2 of S as 250 divided by S into S plus 15 into S plus 5, which can be solved by using partial fraction expansion. This equation can be written as a by s plus b by s plus 15 plus c by s plus 5. As discussed in solution of I1 of s, we can find out a, b and c like this, and we can obtain the value of a as 10 by 3, b as 5 by 3 and c as minus 5. Now we can substitute these values in this equation. The equation for I2 of s become 10 by 3 by s plus 5 by 3 upon s plus 15 minus 5 divided by s plus 5. Now we can take L inverse of this equation in order to find out I2 of t, and I2 of t can be obtained as 10 by 3 plus 5 by 3 e raised to minus 15t minus 5 into e raised to minus 5t, that much ampere. So this is the solution of this problem, that is I1t is obtained as 20 by 3 minus 5 by 3 e raised to minus 15t minus 5 into e raised to minus 5t, that much ampere. Similarly, I2 of t is obtained as 10 by 3 plus 5 by 3 e raised to minus 15t minus 5 into e raised to minus 5t ampere.